All right, welcome to episode 40 of the Points Performance podcast. This week, I have three very, very special guests. We've got members of CrossFit 3D and three lads that I program for. We've got JJ Duffy, Rick the Power Taylor, and Phil Dean. Welcome, lads.
Yes, lad.
How do you, mate? Cheers for having us.
So I've been thinking about getting you lads on for a little while. I think I've flirted the idea past you a few times, just because it's a bit something different. Because normally I talk to coaches, or people who are in the fitness industry. You are proper athletes.
People who've got good stuff to say. Yeah,
but I think even though you're an accountant, JJ, I think that you've got some good stuff to say as well. And we have pretty cool conversations, whether it's about fitness or whatever. And I just think that it's good it might be funny to listen to. It might be good for people to listen to. And it's, I like the, even though we're all mates, there's like a little coach athlete relationship, isn't there as well?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a bit more emotional than others, isn't it, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So lockdown training, we were in lockdown 7. It's been 3 years.
Day 795.
Yeah. How are we feeling about it at this point in time when the gym's reopening like 4 weeks?
It's a good job the gym is reopening because they're on my ass otherwise.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? On your ass, what do you mean?
I just don't see the point in doing. If I felt like this about training every year when the gym was open, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah, you'd eventually just burn out and quit.
There's nothing to, not training for anything, are you? Can't do everything that you want to do. It's cold or it's dark. It's just not the same.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we started this on a positive note. JJ.
Yeah, mate, I can't wait to get back.
Yeah. And you've got a class set up as well, haven't you? Like you've got everything. You've invested in all the kit.
On home gym.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate. I know a lot of people in the world have found it very tough this last year, but I've just been in a fortunate position where I've been able to do that. And I've seen it as an investment in the long run. At the end of the day, hopefully it'll last me a lifetime, so I'll never have to do it again. If this situation ever crops up again, then, I'll be sorted.
Bill Gates will make sure of that. Yeah. Ricky T, you've been smashing it in the Ricky T's been sending me like Rocky training montages and stuff with a little beanie out.
Yeah, well, I went back to my mum and dad's, didn't I, for 4 or 5 weeks. So it was like, sending me under. So went back.
Because you live alone, don't you? You live alone in Manchester.
Yeah,
so for you, like JJ and Phil, they live with people, they live with the partners or whatever. And then you're on your own in Manchester, aren't you? Isolated.
Yeah, and it's like training in my spare room again. I was like, I can't be doing this. So went back home, trained in my mum and dad's garage, bought a squat rack. Good investment, to be honest with you. But now we've got something to aim for, haven't we? It's 4 weeks till the gym opens, so just counting down the days now, to be honest. So yeah.
Do you feel like you've? I know it's been training at almost been difficult. I know you guys have had some kit though. Like we got you some kit from the gym. We gave all of our members everything out of the gym. What do you feel like you've achieved? What have you improved on in lockdown?
Squatted.
Yeah. Have you?
I knew that was coming.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I think we've been very lucky that the gym has lent us stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm very, very grateful in both lockdowns that they have done that. I know you've said that other gyms haven't done that, which is really, really shocking. Especially if they're keeping, if they're taking the money off the customers still, be really pissed off for that. But I think it's definitely helped. You've got so much equipment. It was so tough to try and get kit in that first lockdown. Like you couldn't get anything anywhere. Everything was going out off the supermarket shelves. Like even fucking Aldi. I remember getting like these massive 12-kilo kettlebells from Aldi. Like you can't even fucking grip them. Like swing them
like watering cans.
Yeah. It was just like try and get something because you didn't know what you were going to have. So I just think that yeah, grateful for the gym to be lending stuff out to the members. And then I've handed some of my weights that I got from the gym to Rick and Phil, so I've got a bit more weight with me invested in mine. So
Rick didn't need it.
I think strength one thing that's come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
Fitness
to
has gone downhill, but strength has gone
yeah,
up.
it's a lot harder to do more cardio stuff at home in the winter, cold, dark outside. It's hard to get that intensity as well. You know, if you were going to a class before, you know, you were competing against other people. You shouldn't do that all the time, but you know, there's that intensity there for people. And like Phil said, just the drive to do that at home is just, it's so much harder.
Yeah, I think of the sessions where you've gone beyond yourselves, like where you've PB'd stuff, like on Saturday mornings, like one of the last Saturday mornings in the gym when, you know, you're all hitting heavy cleans, and stuff like that. That atmosphere isn't there, is it? When you look in the window and your mum's like washing the pots, or you know, like it's just not the same, is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's been, I mean, trying to keep each other motivated as well. Like trying to do, like I remember one, I can't remember what day it was, but I was like, just can't be arsed. And then I think it was Phil, and he was like, right, I want a video of like you cleaning or whatever, clean and jerk, whatever it was. And I was like, right, do it. It makes you do it, and it keeps you motivated as well. I think that was like a big thing for me, just like, yeah, keeping each other motivated, because it, like I say, it's not the same atmosphere as it is in a gym.
Yeah, I think it's been good, you know, with us all being with you. Although I was a couple of weeks behind, like seeing Phil and Rick run that hack squat program, you know, and getting each other motivated on that. It was always something, you know, for the first 4 weeks, it was, you know, seeing them two talking about it, I was like making me nervous, like because I knew I'd be going on to it.
It gets worse.
You had a tough session the other night, didn't you?
Oh,
a tough session the other night.
Honestly, I thought I'd pass out on that 5th and 6th rep. Like, it was fucking tough. But
you know,
makes you not want to fail, though, doesn't it? It's like,
so we're on the lads who were lucky enough to have weight at home. They're on a squat cycle program, and they're all on it. JJ's a couple of weeks behind, and I get videos from JJ, and he's outside, and it's, you know, it's bad when you get one video and it's light, and the next video and it's pitch fucking black because he's had like 40 minutes in between sets or something.
At least that.
It's a tough program.
It's one of those, like, I think I've tried to finish work at a reasonable time every day, and I think a lot of people are already finding this. Well, I think you're either in one camp or the other. You're either finding work really easy and making it work for you at home, or I find it quite difficult to be able to turn away from a laptop, because my laptop's on a desk in the garage where the gym is. So, you know, if I'm getting an email through and I'm warming up, you know, I'll go and look at it. So I'm finding it difficult to really stop work at a reasonable time, because I'd never normally work until, you know, 6, half 6.
Yeah. Because you're in here and your laptop's in the car.
Yeah, exactly. So
switch off, can't you?
Yeah, and I think that's what's then made me have that kind of prolonged training time. It's completely unnecessary. You just need to. Are
you listening to that horrendous music through that laptop?
No, I've got earphones in when I'm listening to that horrendous music.
Just get rid of the laptop then, mate. Problem solved, isn't it? Close it. 5 o'clock, boom. Shut it down. It's your time then at that point, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've already worked from probably 8 o'clock or something in the morning. You know what I mean? Eating butties and eating food whilst answering emails as well. So you've not really got a break away from it.
Yeah. I've tried to at least once a day go for a walk as well. You know, so you're reaching that arbitrary 10,000 steps a day. Otherwise, you just sat there, even having lunch. You know, you end up having it at your desk because, you know, fuck all else.
Phil and Rick aren't allowed to go on it 10,000 steps. Need them sat still, gaining weight, gaining mass.
But I think, you know, we identified that me sitting down all day was just fucking making my hips worse and really not helping with the squatting or running. Like, it wasn't good. Yeah,
and then when you got moving, did a little bit of work, it eased off quickly, didn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. One thing definitely of mine that's got worse, my warm-ups or lack of. You're going from sitting down all day, you're doing a few minutes stretching and then you're just starting. rather than getting in the gym, having 5-10 minutes on the ski or the rower or the bike, and then doing your stretching. And it's just completely different.
Quick run around the block, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stretch, and then
and it's not good, is it really, when you're going to be banging
yeah.
150 kilos on your back for a set of 5 or whatever it is you're going to do? Like, you need to be ready. You need to be ready to squat. I mean, if you're struggling for stuff like that, I just set like a clock for 10 minutes or 15 minutes and just move. Go through your mobility work that you've got, and get yourself nice and warm. And then you've got a clock then, haven't you? And you can't start until that's over.
Well, I downloaded that. Yeah. And that to me, that's helped. I've only had it like a couple of weeks, but that's helping me already. I think just like you say, just stretching out at the beginning for 8 minutes. I think I'd put it on, and then even in the evenings, not every day, but try and do as much as I can. Just
if it feels good, if you feel like it improves your positions, then
if you're doing 8 minutes a day, it's an hour a week, isn't it?
Yeah,
a long time. When you think it's just spent stretching.
Yeah,
maths.
Try and improve.
Rick, mate, you need to get on that 22-minute sessions.
No, I do that on the evening when I've got time watching telly.
Mate, some of those fucking positions that they get you in are absolute stretch.
Oh, mate.
They are awful.
You literally look at the video and you're like, look in there.
Are you looking for you're looking for the little scaled in the corner straight away?
Yeah. Find a video of me actually doing that stretch, it'd just be like, horrendous.
How is this bird doing that? Like, what the fuck?
There's one of them in the test that I can't do. It's like position 1 or impossible. That the Lotus one.
The one where you put your legs over like that, and then mate,
who's doing that?
Yeah, but it's like I remember being in like primary school, and that's how you used to fucking sit, didn't you? Sit on the floor.
Yeah.
I don't
imagine Ricky T doing that. Like 1 foot would be up here.
Right? I remember because Jamie did one of those videos for 3D, one of those yoga 10-20 minute sessions, and I remember trying to do it on that, and I was fucking. I thought I had good mobility, but clearly in my hips, I really haven't.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like, what do you need? What do you need for what you're doing? Like, do you want to clean 130? Right. Well, do you need to be able to lick your own bumhole? No. So, like, you don't. It's what you need for you, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, it's been good. I downloaded that as well, and it's been good, especially for specific warm ups to do. Because otherwise, you're doing just like generic crap movements.
Stick a bar on your back, do 10 reps with an empty bar, and then bang the 20s on. It's like, right, okay.
Yeah. No, it's definitely helped. So I think worth the money, to be honest with you. So yeah, just trying to stick with it.
It's one of those like, once the free trial's over and you're paying for it, like you make sure you want to use it. Otherwise, what's
And I think some people have done a month of it or whatever and gone, I can just like do that myself, and they don't do it. But the app makes you a little bit accountable, doesn't it? Like, I'll carry on.
You're paying for it, so you might as well use it. So.
And your hips don't hurt as much anymore, so you might as well do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what else are you looking forward to? April 12th, fucking May the whatever, June the 20th. Like, what are you looking forward to doing?
Going out, socializing.
Yeah.
Being able to like go to the gym on a Saturday and then just be like go to Alty Market and without worrying about who I'm with or in a group of 6 or whatever. That's not thinking about the rules.
Gets the Friday afternoon, because I work Monday, Friday 9 till 5. And there's no difference. You're not looking forward to 5 o'clock because there's nothing to do at the weekend.
Yeah. I think a lot of why we go to the gym and spend so much time there as well is that social aspect, and we've got mates there. And I think that's definitely something that's everyone's finding difficult, is that socializing, doing other things. Like Phil just, every day is monotonous. There's no change to it. Everything's, you're in your house, you might go from one room to the other, but that's it. Even just like on a day like today where I've come to the office, just like that change in my week, or I've not been here for 4 weeks, being able to come to Manchester, walk a bit to the office from the car, and go and grab a coffee or something, it just changes it, and it's something to look forward to. So being able to do that and not worry when everything's opened back up again,
Mate, in that first lockdown, when Laura and I were training at home, like when Laura was training, I used to get Thea in the car and drive all the way to town to some like little coffee shop that was open in the middle of the northern quarter. Just like for something to do.
Something
Like,
to do.
it was
Yeah.
pretty nice as well. But like, just like, come on, Thea. Just like,
Yeah.
fucking. So I totally get it.
I think that's been the one
Crackers.
thing that everyone's realised they need other people when they're training. Like, even if it's nothing to do with CrossFit, you see people on, I don't know, Twitter or Instagram doing 5Ks, and like other people are doing 5Ks, or they're going out for walks. Seeing everything on Instagram about people going out for walks every weekend. You just realise how much you need to see other people.
I think I mean, as human beings, we need that social aspect. We're meant to be together and live together. We're not meant to live in isolation. But as far as CrossFitters go, like touching on maybe like lifting heavy weights or something like you guys are doing, having someone there and having people around you with the music on or whatever and a bit of atmosphere, it does push you beyond a bit, doesn't it? Like you get a bit of adrenaline and you feel like you can do a bit more, like, oh, I've got a PB in me today or whatever. And that helps you. And even in workouts, it's like you're going to pick the bar up a second earlier, 5 seconds earlier. You're going to pull a bit harder on the rower because you've got people around you.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's something you quite understand until you've really felt it yourself.
Yeah. No, 100% agree, yeah.
Because I keep seeing all these mental articles from the BBC and stuff saying, oh, you don't need a gym to get fit.
Need a band.
I think like
resistant band.
there's a difference. So like if you are, I think what a lot of those articles, the people that they're aimed at is people that are pretty much doing nothing at the minute. People who are might have very busy lives with kids and whatnot. They really don't have the time and they're not doing anything. Just going from not doing anything to doing something at home even is going to make you better off than not doing anything.
It's minimal though.
Yeah,
I mean, doing a little bit of the band is going to be shit. You're not going to enjoy it. How long is it going to last? I mean, are you going to
live? How long is it until you? How long is it until you? How long is it until it like it slips and you twang your balls with it or something as well? Like it's. Do you know what I mean?
People want to see like instant results, don't they? So if they're not going into the gym and like they're not on the back sweating the back out like dead, they're probably thinking, "I'm not really getting anything out of this."
And they don't. And no disrespect to people, they might not know what they're doing. I literally don't know what I'm doing, so my back hurts.
So much easier when someone's telling you what to do.
Yeah, guidance and that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's a minefield, really, isn't it? This fitness industry is an absolute minefield with like, here's how you should be training, here's how you shouldn't. But to demean, I saw that as like, probably because I work in a gym, but I thought it was a bit of like a FU to gyms, really. Like you don't need a gym. And with gyms being closed, I just thought it was quite a negative way of going about it, really, at this point in time.
Like I said, I think it will work for people who haven't been doing anything, but for the likes of us who do it and who do more than that, than the base amount that's needed, it wouldn't work. We'd be bored.
Imagine only ever training at home for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no way.
With a band.
Horrific. With a band. Yeah. Horrific. But no.
Get the gym open.
We need it open. We need it open, don't we? Like it's
counting down the days, mate.
Yeah, I can imagine, and I'm really looking forward to it. Even though I work at the gym and I've got keys to the gym, like I'm really looking forward to having people in and around again. Like I can't wait to do my job again. I can't wait to coach people, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I'm really positive about it as well. Right, a couple of other things we talked about. So you guys started talking about this the other day, and I thought it was really interesting, and I really want to know why. Rick, what do you do again? You're in healthcare sales or something.
Yeah, medical capital equipment sales, fit out operating theatres. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you travel around hospitals selling equipment to them that they need for their operating theatre rooms.
Yeah.
Buy
this.
Yeah. JJ, you're an accountant, yeah?
Yeah.
That's all we need to say.
That's all you need.
Phil, that's all we need to know. Phil.
Surveyor, but it's boring as fuck, so I won't tell you.
Surveyor.
Yeah.
Cheers for that. So you've mentioned that you want to do your CrossFit Level 1s. So I'd really like to know why you want to do that. I think it's a great idea for any CrossFitter. I would recommend any CrossFitter do it. But why do you think you should be doing it?
Do you want me to go
For
first?
me?
Oh, go on, Rick.
Rick's
No.
decided he's going first.
Well, no, just thinking out loud. That's not good, is it? For me, it was just I looked at it a while ago, and because I read up like anybody can do it. You can be a beginner to like an elite athlete to do CrossFit Level 1. And I sort of looked it up online and sort of you can download all the documents and stuff. I started reading about it, and I think for me it was more for a movement, sort of learning about all the different movements and if it'll benefit me in the long run. And then also there's other things like you can obviously, I'm not saying I would ever do that, but you can obviously start to coach things as well. Progress on that route. But I mean, I'm obviously in a full-time job in sales, but for me, it was more the movement side of stuff, and it interests me. And I've been doing CrossFit 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years from January. So, yeah, that's why I was sort of interested in it on my side. Just the movement, will it benefit me? And I enjoy CrossFit, and I'm really passionate about it. So that's sort of my take on it. Yeah.
Being the accountant and the money conscious person that I am, I was just hoping that I'd be able to pick up maybe one session a week, coach, and get free membership, save a bit of money.
Is that your only motive?
No.
It's a good point, that.
I think like Rick said, just understanding the movements more, being able to move better, understand why we do things the way we do them, progressions for things. I think it'd be really useful just to have that more in-depth knowledge about it. I think I've been doing CrossFit for 9 years.
10 years?
Yeah. So I started doing it when I was doing my study. You wouldn't believe it, would you, looking at me?
Get that ladder medal.
Was that at CrossFit Chester you started?
No, it was actually NW1 in Llandudno. So then, I went, stand by push Gwingis.
Let's
I won't show off. So I was NW1 in Llandudno, then CrossFit Chester, Dragon CrossFit down in Cardiff, and then joined 3D when I moved to Manchester. So been at 3D for three and a half, 4 years now. I think understanding the movements and also being able to add another string to your bow, just you've got something else that you have achieved. It's something you can, if I wanted to pivot from this job and career and go into it, it's just something there that you've got. You'll always have it with you then, won't you? You know it. So yeah.
Cool.
Mine was not so much to do with CrossFit really, because I heard on another podcast that it's like, obviously it might be an exaggeration, but it's life-changing, because we're not going to be trying to do the Open in 30 years, or if you are, then it's not going to be your main focus, is it? But I'd rather just get to sort of like 50, 60, 70-year-old and still be able to move like I do now, albeit obviously not at the same speed.
Hopefully with a better front rack.
Yeah, hopefully. But I'd like to just get to that age and just be really healthy, rather than be fucked with bad knees and not being able to get up off the couch and go up the stairs. That's why I would like to do it.
I think I know the podcast you're talking about, and I think what would make it life-changing potentially is the person who's teaching the level 1 and the passion that they have is the only way I think it would become probably life-changing. I think
that's the same for everything.
Yeah. If you've got a really good coach there, and it might be hit and miss. I don't know who it is that does the level 1s now, but the likes of Danny Watson, I think, used to do them. He was seminar staff.
Yeah, 100%.
Imagine if you had someone like him doing it, then totally. But if you just got someone who wasn't very passionate, you might be a bit.
I mean, from doing my level 1 and level 2, and the guys who I know on seminar staff, like they won't be on seminar staff, or they won't be on there for very long. If they are that like dirty dishwater dull sort of person, they don't last. I don't think that they'd even get through an internship. They are really passionate, knowledgeable people who absolutely love CrossFit. So yeah, totally. It's like when you've got a good teacher at school. Like, I didn't really like science, but Mr. Castledine made it sick. Like you made it well good.
Yeah, when they're dead passionate about stuff and make you enjoy
Same
it.
with the
Don't
coach.
Yeah.
When you do a class at the gym, if the coach is shit and don't care, what you gonna think to it?
Coaches on the phone, like
Yeah.
you know, ending the class 10 minutes early, not interested, walking past car crash movement, and you've been in the CrossFit long enough now to see it. It's obvious, isn't it? It's plain as day. And if you went and did your level 1, it'd be even more obvious. But no, it is a fantastic weekend, and I would highly recommend it because you will learn way more about the methodology than you already know. But I would definitely suggest to go online because the CrossFit Journal's on there. There's the level 1 notes are already on there, and the level 2. Every course that they do is pretty much on there. So you can go and start looking through stuff already. It's where all the information on there is what I used to learn, like everything I needed to know.
So that's it. You don't need to get any material from anywhere else. It's all on there.
It's all on there. Yeah, it's all on there, free information. So just go to CrossFit.com and start learning. There's hours and hours and hours of it, and like I said, that's everything I used to get to be able to pass my level 3 exam. But it's class. Good. I love it. I'd love for you to all to be able to do it. Be great. If there's a level 1, I'm pretty sure they'll be doing seminars again soon.
So
I wouldn't want to do one virtually. I know that. I think I've been doing them virtually.
I think the virtual one is mainly for like people who need to renew it so that they can keep the level 1 going or the level 2 going. I think they've done that or something. But affiliate owners, you have to have a live level 1.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much that. But yeah, it's a great opportunity. I think you should all get on it if you can. It's fucking expensive though. Like
I was just going to say, how much is it? £900.
That is always every course is usually always $1,000 or somewhere.
I think it's dollars, isn't it? I think it works out about £600.
Depending on.
Yeah.
What's the exchange rate?
$780 it was. I can't remember when I last looked.
Is that the online one though?
Yeah, that's. I don't know if it was the virtual one.
That might be the online one, which was a bit cheaper.
Yeah, I was just looking last year. But...
What's the dollar worth at the minute? Anyway, biscuits, is that worth a lot?
Ask JJ.
JJ, I'm not a Forex person. I think it was like 1.66.
Right.
Past before.
Anyway, no one's asked about the exchange rate. That's not.
They're not.
No, but that doesn't put you off, does it? How expensive? You mean you 3 have all got pretty good jobs? Phil Dean, you've just moved into a new gaff.
Yeah.
How's that been, mate, in lockdown?
It's sound, obviously we've only been here for like 10 days now, but it's been mint.
Are you loving it?
Yeah.
Nice to have your own space.
Yeah, do my own washing though. I'm not too keen on that. I have to get Mel to do that.
You're missing out on your mum's cooking now, mate.
Yeah, but Mel's all right,
Is she?
Just well shit at washing up.
Right, but if she cooks, you wash up.
Yeah, I'd rather do that anyway because I'm better at doing that. I get a bit OCD.
Right. I can see that, mate.
Well, you're a bit of a decent chef, Phil.
Steak and eggs, and then that's anything else after that was struggling.
I'm good at cooking about 3 things. And that's
you
it.
Still have the same meal 6 days a week.
Same meal every day, innit?
You have 3 different meals a week.
Saying that,
pretty much, yeah. Like it's like steak and it's either chicken stir fry, steak and potatoes. We had steak and chips last night to change it up a little bit.
What, oven chips?
Yeah.
Potato wedges.
No way.
Chunky chips.
You're having oven chips in your house.
Full fat chunky chips.
Right. What does full fat mean? Do you know when people say full fat Coke? Nick Jeff said this. I'm like, full fat Coke. If you read it, there's fucking no fat in it, you dick. It's just sugar.
Pure
kills me.
He put something on about a loaf of bread the other day on Instagram, and it was
Nick probably.
Was it?
Saying what?
Low fat bread, but it's a carb. Was that in something like that? I can't remember.
Bread is very high
Rick,
in carbohydrates.
if you're going to start saying something like that, you have to come up with a full story. You can't just give us half a detail.
Right.
Someone put bread on Instagram. See ya. Just looking at it. But we need that soundbite in, Phil. All right.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, all right. Getting me haircut like that.
Yeah, you're not far off now, are you,
It'd
mate?
be an improvement.
Yeah, no. Can't wear a top knot for work, can I? So,
Oh,
Can
God.
you not?
well, I could do if I wanted, but
You get bullied.
yeah.
Anyone said about your beard, JJ?
No,
When you got on
Besides
Zoom?
Holly.
fucking let them either.
Holly doesn't like it.
No.
Oh, mate. Come on,
Fine.
then.
Phil had a
Me
top knot in
favour.
the other night. Let's talk about that.
What's that?
You what?
Phil had his top knot in the other night.
No, we
Yeah.
Fucking
didn't.
did as well. He did.
Delta.
Go on, lad. I'd like to say I'm responsible for this, but it's probably not me.
It's the fact it's fucking Boris Johnson shutting the barbers, mate.
You've got to be able to find a way. Your hair's mate. You've not got through lockdown. When did you last get your hair cut?
Me?
Yeah.
2 weeks
Oh,
before down.
What? And it's not grown.
Yeah, it's just fucking. It covers my ears and everything. I just
Wow,
like,
how
you know,
bad is
brush it
that?
down, innit?
Proper V.
That's not a lot of growth, that lad.
It's just covering my ball. It's just about covering my ball spots now. That's what it is.
Ah,
A receding hairline.
How many haircuts do you think
How
you've
old
got
are you
left?
now?
27.
Fucking hell, lad.
I know. I look about 20 years older than
I
Rick.
reckon you got about 7 good haircuts left.
It's not hard with me, is it?
Yeah, but if it's a bad one, then you're fucked. Might be your last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'd rather not cut my own hair.
Is that Mel Cream in the background there? Hi, mate.
Hello, are you okay?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
You busy
I'm
cooking?
back
Yeah.
from training in the garage, getting dusty as fuck.
Excellent.
Sick space though, that.
It looks good. Yeah, training videos look good from down in the garage dungeon.
Not the best lighting.
No, but I use my other phone. I use my work phone for the flash.
Right. On it.
I can't believe you didn't get outside the other day in the sun.
It's miles away to walk to the end of the garage.
It doesn't
So
sound.
far.
It doesn't sound like a bad thing, but when you like carrying loads of plates like down the stairs and round the corner and all that, it's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought a ground floor flat so that I could manage to take it outside in the summer last year.
Oh,
Yeah, JJ got notes on his car, didn't he, from like smashing
Have you heard about
smashing
Rick?
barbells in the car park.
Yeah, come on, Rick.
what?
You
Oh,
tried
my
it.
note.
Heard
That
about
note
Rick,
that I
Tom?
got, yeah.
Tell us about your note, Rick.
So, got home from work, got checked my letterbox, little, it was like an essay. And it was just,
Oh, it was a love letter. He was buzzing.
it was, yeah, literally like, what, I can't remember. Emily and her partner, she had to put partner, didn't she?
Daniel, his
It
name
was-
was.
Yeah. And it was just basically like, we've just noticed that around 6 p.m. that there's lots of loud
Every
banging coming
fucking day.
every day for the past, 6 weeks. Yeah, there's loads of loud banging, and it could be me, but I think you weightlifted, and I know it's difficult. It was a dead nice letter, to be fair. I know
was
it's
very
lockdown,
nice.
but
It was.
can you just try and keep it down, put some weights down, and put some mats down and stuff. It was dead. Yeah, it was nice. I went down and knocked on, and I was like, I'm really sorry.
I think she needs to find a new
Massive.
job if she's working every day till gone 6.
Well, yeah, she was like, I'm working
Sounds
till
like someone I know.
after 7. Yeah, after 7 o'clock. So I was like, oh, well, after 5, it's like.
I'm
And
just
if
trying
you
to
go-
find
To be
a.
fair though, like you did share some videos. You were dropping the fucking barbell.
Well, I've just
Well, that
found.
one where
I've just found
Unintentionally.
a picture of I think the evening that she was like concerned about. That was a snatch.
Yeah.
You're praying there,
Attempt.
Rick. Praying
It's
to the
literally
lifting
like,
God.
yeah.
Looks
It's
like he's
the,
spending.
the lights are shaking downstairs.
I think I've got the
Your
video,
finger's
actually.
shaking.
I've got the
Oh,
video.
great. Yeah. It's a long video, this.
It's worth the wait.
I pull that.
Go.
It's worth the wait.
That means submitting
I
to
went
that
big. I went
thing
big.
that JJ was on Instagram, the fails.
Was never on nothing.
It
Mate.
does. It needs to.
Oh,
it
yeah.
needs
What?
to.
It's a year on from that, isn't it?
Make
Let's talk
what's great
about
again.
Yeah.
that's it.
So JJ went viral on Make Wad's Great Again. We were at the Battle for the Middle Ground pairs comp. Phil and JJ were in it, and you were doing worm thrusters. They put the worm down and they walk over. JJ, Conor McGregor, walks over to the box.
That's the best bit about it.
Yeah.
Walk.
Goes to do box jump overs, jumps on, just completely bails, and it went viral, didn't it?
The legs are gone.
Got liked off Carrie.
15 minutes of fame. Oh.
Yeah. That was a fucking tough
funny.
workout. It was just pure legs, wasn't it? So it's like
Stop it. It was
It
hilarious.
was like 30, 20, 10, wasn't it? I think box jump overs and worm thrusters.
Look, mate, I was watching on the rails on the side, and I'm not joking, I hid. So he fucking fell, and oh shit, and I literally like ducked under and hid underneath the rails.
You see,
I was like,
when he falls, you can see the guy that's behind him, who's on the other side of the railing.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, he starts to point. He was like, and then the video cuts out.
Funny.
who filmed it?
Holly,
Holly, what it?
Did
she
she
probably enjoyed it
Holly will
more
be-
than anyone else.
I'll be going on there soon as well when I send that video of her doing the wall works from 21 to 51.
Oh,
Mate. Do you know what was dead funny and / sad about it was like that she like looked at you for like help, and she's
Oh,
like,
no.
and the sound she,
Really?
so Holly was doing the open workout, which was double unders and wall walks, and she's coming down and she just can't control herself, and she just comes down too quick, smashes on the ground like full on like Scorpion, wasn't it? Like face plant,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and she just makes you sound like.
It was one of those. It was like a baby when they like hurt themselves. They look at you, and depending on how you react, they're gonna laugh it off, or they're gonna start crying.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to hold a laugh in and just like, "Are you okay?" And then just wet myself.
Honestly,
I hear you in the background. It's like, you're all right.
I was like, I just walked over to Laura, didn't say anything. I was like, it's from my phone. And we laughed. I think I watched it about 6 times since.
Oh.
Yeah. Right, lads, we've covered loads of topics here. I was going to end with one, but I don't know if it's too controversial to talk about. I've not spoken to any members about this, and I just wanted to touch on it a little bit. I'm not going to give my opinion because I've already given it loads of times on this podcast, but I just wanted to know how you as members felt about the whole Glassman situation when he, everything like selling his company and all that sort of stuff.
Well, he had to sell it after all that outcry.
Yeah.
Whether what he did was right or wrong, he had to sell.
Yeah. So I think it's like corporate social responsibility, isn't it? So regardless of whether what he said was right or wrong, I got no opinion on that. Ultimately, whether he likes it or not, has got a corporate social responsibility to
not take his ship down with him, just like get out of there.
But he represents all the boxers in the world. Ultimately, he is the representative for CrossFit. Ultimately, whether he likes it or not, and in doing that, he has to be considerate about what he says or what he say how it might be perceived online or in any forum whatsoever. Even he might say something in a personal space. You still got to watch what you say. And I think saying what he said, it was just insensitive, and he didn't think about it, obviously. And he really should have.
I don't even think he thought it would like have the effect that it
repercussions
did.
of what he said. Yeah.
That's the whole point. The most important thing he said then, Tom, is the first couple of words. I don't think he thought.
Yeah.
What's the best that could have come of what he said? No one said anything. And what's the worst that could have come?
I mean, the best that could have come of it is I think he just wanted a laugh, like, because he was just trying to make a mockery of the World Health Organization.
No matter what you say now on Instagram, it's probably going to offend somebody.
100%.
Yeah. So there's just no point. If you think it could offend someone and you're in that position, just don't bother.
Yeah. Did it put you off? Sorry, so what I was trying to get at was like, did it ever make you think like down with CrossFit? Like,
no,
I didn't.
Why would it?
Think about it too much. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
It's not going to affect me,
This is what I find insane is that like people were like just chinning CrossFit off in any way they could, renouncing it.
Yeah, I think
It's an
people
excuse,
reacted
I
very
bet, for a
quick.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Like
To not pay their affiliation fee.
Yeah, for a lot of gyms that aren't doing that well, that were going to cancel anyway, it gave them an excuse.
A lot dropped it, didn't they, straight away within like 2 days? Like,
I mean,
I think that was for them to show that they were with that whole movement. I think. I think personally, like it's one of those, I think if you're in the space and if you know how CrossFit is anyway, it doesn't really matter what happens at the top. You know how your box is and the people in there. So, and you know your trainer's not going to change. The things you do aren't going to change. The way your box operates really isn't going to change unless they lose the word CrossFit. Ultimately, what you're going to go and do in the gym at the end of the day is still CrossFit.
Yeah.
And I think it was just to show that. I think a lot of people were probably just unhappy with Glassman anyway at the top. So I think it was also one of those things that, right, if we all band together, we probably can get something to happen here to cause a big change. And it worked, but I think it needed to anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I love Glassman. Like, as far as what he's done, like developing CrossFit, making it what it is. And like you guys will find out if you start digging into the journal stuff and all the videos that he's made talking about fitness, like you'll gain a huge respect for Greg Glassman. Like I certainly have, just through when I did all my revision and all that sort of stuff. I like what's happening now though as well. I like what they've done with the Open. I like how they made it super inclusive, all the adaptive divisions and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
It's just because it's just made a really nice sort of like taking a nice modern approach, hasn't it? Like,
so like your 60-year-old in the gym can do it the same, not the same, but can also do it as well as the 17-year-old.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. They think they have to be fit or whatever to start doing it, whereas that's not the point of it. The point is everything's adaptable. You can scale most, 99% of things, even though I guess wall walks were supposed to be a scale, so we thought. So it doesn't matter whether you're 70 or 17. Like Phil said, it's inclusive of everyone.
That's definitely a thing, though. Because I don't know how everyone else got into it, but I got into CrossFit through watching the Netflix documentaries. So you think when you turn up to a CrossFit gym, everyone looks like that.
Yeah.
So I think that probably puts a lot of people off. So that's
you already did
work on those. Just weighed 4 stone.
Just like a 4-stone Ninja Turtle. But yeah, absolutely. It's.
I think I'd seen things like that on Instagram and Facebook. I think, and I was just signed up for a Tough Mudder with where he would work. So I was like, oh, this actually might help me. And I wanted to get better for rugby, fitter. Hate fucking running, can't stand it. So doing something like this over running or whatever, and going to the gym and just doing bis, tries, chest, back, whatever, very monotonous and tedious. It's just
still do a bit of that
every now and again. It's just so different, isn't it? So yeah, that's way better than a normal fucking gym.
Yeah, I mean that's a conversation I have with like new members. Like, it's that you don't have to be fit yet. Like, the point is that we will get you fit, and like you mentioned earlier, like 60-year-olds training alongside 17-year-olds. That's the point. Like, we'll scale the movements, the weight, the reps, everything, so that it's just right for you right now, today.
But that's why it's good, because everyone's got something that they like or something that they're better at other people than. So they'll be like, right, I like doing that. But then it obviously gets to the point where people cherry pick and sort of
those people don't get better, then they don't become well-rounded athletes. Like, that's, and that's it.
No, but even if they find something that they like and they do cherry pick, as long as they're going in and just doing that, then at least they're getting fitter. It's better than sitting on the couch getting fat.
That's the aim, isn't it? Yeah. Like, what's the one thing? Like, Phil, it's different for you because you came into CrossFit and you saw the competitive side of it.
Yeah,
which is, I think, is still a good advertisement. Yeah, because you're like, oh, I could. I'm a young fit lad. I could enjoy this. All the movements appeal to me, and everyone's jacked. But the main thing people think when they come in here is they want to look better naked. That's the main goal.
Yeah. I think that's probably what it goes down to for a lot of people, because, like I said before, when you're in 30 years, you're not going to be asked where you finish in the Open. but you might be bothered if how you look when you go on holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I think that like just being fit, being fitter forever, being in that, we have the sickness wellness continuum in CrossFit, as you'll know when you read your level 1 journal. And there's sickness, there's wellness in the middle, and there's fitness, and your fitness is a defense against sickness, and you've got wellness in the middle. So if you lose your fitness, you're still going to be well. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like that fitness is your strength. It's your barrier against any disease. But yeah. However mild they may be. Yeah. I think we should do another podcast when we get to the point where one of you has done your level 1. I think that would be good. And then we've also got a goals podcast. So JJ, we're going to end the podcast with this. Three goals, JJ. Say them out loud for me, mate.
Oh shit! Pressure now.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
God, what did I put down?
Don't act
about
like you
24
don't memorize
things.
Think about them
Get
every
your phone
day
out
before
with
you
that
go to bed.
Got a full list here, boys.
Oh God.
Right.
3.
I'm going to amend that top one and say a 165 back squat.
Yeah.
130 clean.
Yeah.
And 10 unbroken ring muscle ups.
Good goals. Realistic. Back squat's currently 155. Clean's currently 157. Clean's about 120, isn't it?
Yeah.
And unbroken muscle ups are 6. 7. Sorry, lad. So they're the realistic this year. 100%.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Ricky T.
Get up.
Bro, babe.
Get on gear. What? No.
Less of that.
Goals. They might be a bit unrealistic, but I'll just say them. Right, squat 115. So I was on course for that.
No, you weren't.
No.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, squat 115 with good technique. Not a good body. Clean.
Clean on. Don't look like you don't know the number. He wants to clean 100
know.
kilograms.
Yeah. No, I was going to say that last, to be honest. Yeah, go clean.
That's the
100.
big goal, in it.
That's a massive goal, that. But that's something I really want.
And then you'll be a man.
Yeah. So clean 100. And what's my snatch? 63. I'd like to get that up really to like 60, 68, 70.
Don't say 68. It's got to be 70. I like
70
it.
then.
I like it. Phil Cream, I know yours, lad.
So we're just going for this year?
Yeah.
Right, well, I did want to back squat 200, but that's not going to happen this year.
That's a big. I'd say that's the hardest one, because you back squatted 165 the other week, beltless, sleeveless, on your driveway, looking like Eminem. So that's a fair one. So, but I reckon like 180, 175, 180 this year.
Next few weeks.
At 60 minus 61 kilos body weight as well. Yeah.
Snatch 100, I think can do that this year with Jousy's help. And then
fuck me then, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have anything to do with it.
Now, two-minute Fran, I think that's definitely feasible for you, mate.
Just because, not for any reason, I just think it's one of them things. It'll always be a good time. That.
Yeah, 100%.
It's always a cool thing to say that you've done once.
Yeah, and if you look at like your movements and what you're good at, like, short range of motion, thrusters will be rapid. You've got great pull-ups.
Oh yeah, nothing to do with fitness. It's just because I'm small. Obviously.
I sound like Bill Grundler, don't I?
Yeah. Oh, short range of motion.
I'm only joking. No, I think that's amazing. That'd be, and I like that it's not sexy lifting, and it's you want to get good at a workout situation, because I think a sub 2 minute Fran says a lot about anyone. JJ's done an unbroken Fran, but he's still doing it.
346, my Fran was.
I know, but you took
I
you could have done
broke
Fran
mine
again.
5 times and still beat
If
you.
you'd have let me break it up, I'd have gone quicker. So my goal
What do you
was
mean if I'd have let you break it up?
because I needed the fucking rest in between the reps,
Right, hang on.
between the movements.
Hang on. Who said that you couldn't break it?
If I'd have broken it, you'd have had me off the programming.
Did I say that? I mean, I
Probably.
can see that.
What
I
put
can
it past
imagine
you,
that it's
mate?
something
Yeah,
I've
it's
said.
definitely something you would say for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. What he
I
said.
can picture it. Yeah.
Right. Well, we need to work
Right,
on those
Tom, what are your
transitions.
3?
Oh yeah, me. What did I say? Snatch 110, clean 140, and what else do I want to do? I wanted to back squat 200 as well, actually. I'm 10 kilos off that.
Nice,
What's
mate.
your clean? Your clean must be up there now. I remember you telling me the other week.
I've not tested it. I think
You not
clean
do it off the
one.
blocks.
Yeah, that was just complexes and stuff though.
What did you get?
I think it was sets of 125 for a complex, but my max is 133, I think.
Oh, that must be close then.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Yeah, you
getting
get in there.
It's getting there.
And we
Yeah,
all
it's
have to
good
be
to-
there when we do one.
Yeah, yeah,
So we have to
of
be
course.
there when Rick squats 115, when JJ cleans 130.
We're going to program it. We're going to program it so that when these retests happen,
Everyone's there.
Saturday.
Saturday morning.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning, and every fucker's there, because I think that atmosphere will mean a lot more, and it'll just give you that 1, 2, 3% boost. I think that's really important. But the next time we check in for a podcast, I reckon we talk about these goals, where we are we close to them or not, and also covering the level 1 reviews. I think would be really cool as well. So fingers crossed they get them cracking again soon. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on, lads. It's been an absolute pleasure and a very different type of podcast. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Nice
See you
one.
next week, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Cheers.
nice, mate.